what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. Drink, 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 drink. Hi everyone, you're welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me, and it's just gonna be me on the show today. Thank you to my old subscribers, and if you are new here, you should actually subscribe down there. Yes, it's free actually, so just subscribe. Thank you. Today is just there. Yeah, I received a rejection mail 3 days ago. I just don't know how I feel about that, but if you have anything to say, to like an advice, I don't mind. Yeah, but I guess I'll just be fine. We move. Yeah, we move. So today I'm talking about the home remedies that I perform anytime I have a mild crisis and I don't want to go to the hospital. Yeah. So what do I do at home to manage myself and get better? So those are the things I'll be sharing with you today, and I'll be showing you some items that I use that help me to, get better. So if you've been following my podcast since we started, you would have come across an episode where I talked about sickle cell crisis and what it means and all of that. So if you don't know, then I suggest that you check my previous episodes on all audio platforms, and Anchor and Google Podcast and all of that, so you can catch up on that. Sickle cell happens to warriors differently. Like, we all have our unique experiences. Yes, so whatever I say here on my podcast and all of that is just based on my own experience. Yeah, the first thing that I do when I start feeling that pain, or when I feel like pain is coming, it's like a crisis is coming, is that you will not see me, I'll start drinking water. Yes. On I don't like to take water. I don't. So when I probably stress myself, I feel very tired. Like, I feel my bones paining me, my chest, or my legs, or my shoulders, and all of that. I'll start taking water. So that takes me the first thing that I do, and that's what, grab my water bottle. Hey, drink, 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 drink. I start to take water, and that's because I feel like that's what's going to make the pain go away suddenly. Well, it's not usually like that, but I just try my best to just take the water at that point. Yeah, I drink water first. Say, okay, I need to calm down. Breathe in and breathe out. Yeah. The thing about sickle cell is that the red blood cells are C-shaped, right? And they form like the C, letter C, and they clog like this together. So there is no blood flow. Blood is not able to flow freely through the veins and other parts of the body. So there is like a traffic. Yes. So that is why water should be your friend for sickle cell warriors. Generally, for everybody, you have to take water, right? But for sickle cell warriors, it's very, very, very mandatory. So I try to drink water when I feel the crisis coming. That's when I step, let me take water. Well, that's just the first thing that I do. So moving on. The second thing that I use, that it's my go-to person. My go-to person. Okay, yeah. So my go-to object, sorry, not person. Then this one. This is my hot water bottle. This heat pad. They usually say, what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. Nobody can separate us. Nobody. I just quickly heat up water. The water, then I pour it into this vessel and place it on wherever I have the pain. Mostly my joints, yes. So I place it there, just warm water, and then I start to feel much better. And the thing about this is that I didn't really understand how it works. I usually pour boiling water in it, and I got to know that I should not pour boiling water. I should just pour lukewarm, yeah, not cold, not hot, just in between. So pour it in, and then I was able to maintain this one for long. It didn't tear because I had to, because I used warm water instead of boiling water. So boiling water spoils it, makes it tear, and it's useless. Yes, so I've been using this for months now, and yeah, it's been good. Yeah, so we've talked about the eat pad. Moving on now is my balm. You guys, as you can see, you can tell that this balm has gone through a lot in my hands. You can tell. See how rusty it is. Like I can't count the number of times I've bought this thing, and it has helped me so much. So whenever I have mild crisis and I think that okay, just a little bit pain, I can manage this. I can manage this. After my eat pad placed on my body, I apply this on my body. That's the third item that I must have, my go-to object. Yeah. So the next item is my bag of medication. I have painkillers that I use, and I take them at that point to help me ease the pain. So I'm not going to mention the name of my painkiller because I always get it on prescription. Yes, based on doctor's prescription. So I'm just going to tell you I use painkiller. The few ones that I can still mention, we have the hydroxyurea. I use it because it helps me to keep my red blood cells round. You know, like I said earlier, sickled cell, they are C-shaped and they clock together like this. Yeah, but it helps. This medication helps to keep the cells round and flexible, so they don't turn into sickled shape. So it just helps the blood generally, and this means that when you have round blood cells, often that means it keeps you away from the hospital. That is why I take it every day. It is one of my routine medications you get. Yeah, so that's for that. So another one that I can mention is folic acid. Yeah, folic acid helps to produce new red blood cells, and it reduces the case of anemia. You know, sickle cell is an anemic disease. There's always shortage of blood, but folic acid helps to produce new red blood cells. That way, there won't really be shortage of blood. So it reduces the risk of anemia. Yeah, and that is why it is part of my routine medication. And generally, I feel everyone needs to take folic acid because of what it does. It helps to make new red blood cells. I mean, we all have red blood cells. Okay, so I think everyone should actually take folic acid. I have a case of a friend who told me that um, she always takes folic acid just to encourage her brother. Yeah, her brother has sickle cell disease. She doesn't have sickle cell disease, but the brother is quite young and is always complaining and whining that why is he the only one taking medication? He's quite young and I doesn't like it and all of that. But she just takes folic acid just to encourage him, takes it with him, and then he will take the rest of the routine medications and all. So either you have sickle cell or not, you should actually take folic acid. It is a supplement and it helps the red blood cells, except you don't have red blood cells, which is not possible. Yeah. I also have vitamins here and some supplements. I take vitamin B12 and I also take calcium for my bones. And there's also B complex. Yeah. So basically, that's the total package. My body. There's also vitamin C as well. You know, that one is sweet now. I can always lick it. We keep moving. Okay, that's all for the medications. Let's move on to the next step. So here we have my socks. Hey, I don't know why I said to show you guys red socks, but I have other colors. I just feel, let me just show you red. Anyway, socks. I don't joke with socks. My friends, they know when I'm visiting them. Sometimes I hold my socks, sometimes I don't hold. and I have to wear their own socks. So they are going to host me. Make sure you have socks. When cold enters my body, it gets worse. Okay, so I just wear my socks at that point. I wear my socks just to not let cold penetrate through my feet. So that's one of my go-to objects. So those are the items I use, more like my must have items that help me pull through anytime I have a mild crisis. There are times that I have had midnight crisis that you know, you go to sleep and you don't, you just hope that the next morning you wake up fine. Most of my crises that have actually landed me to the hospital, they are midnight crises. I mean, there are times that I just wake up suddenly. The pain wakes me up like 1:30 or like 2 a.m. and it becomes very intense. I first observe myself, okay, it's something I can handle. But then it's 2 a.m. I don't have a choice but to handle it till help comes, okay? So I do this routine, the heat pad, struggle to boil the water, and do a lot of things, rub the balm, especially if I am alone. And most of the time, there was time I lived for 2 years on my own, no roommates, and I was not close to home at all. Yeah, so I had to do all of that on my own. I'm able to manage it till dawn when I get to call someone to, take me to the hospital. So I'll just like to chip in that it is very important to take your follow-up and checkups seriously, and don't try to just solve your crisis on your own. Yes, I just mentioned different remedies that I do at home. Doesn't mean that I don't seek professional advice as well. When it gets serious, you know that you have to go to the hospital. There are some cases where no matter the remedy you have to do, you need to get to the hospital. So this is not me advocating for you to treat yourself at home. So please make sure that you always follow advice from your healthcare provider and don't let the hospital be far from you. I think that's just my advice for all sickle cell warriors. In as much as you try to take care of yourself at home, please, when you know you need extra help, don't hesitate to get it. So that's the end of today's episode. I hope you learned one or two things. And if you want to know more about sickle cell crisis, you can listen to my previous episodes. So please share my videos, share my audios with your friends, and tell them to subscribe. Tell them about the C Shape podcast. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye.